Amendment 2 by Representative Pearson. Mr. Speaker, it was timely filed.
Representative Pearson, you're recognized.
Thank you, Speaker. And we talked about this in our state government committee. I've got a lot of challenges with the overall bill, the idea that this House would not be able to have or be a part of the separation of powers or systems of checks and balances. And so what I seek to propose and sponsor, I hope you're friendly to this, because during committee you mentioned Mayhew, the court's decision in Mayhew about a dozen times. This clarifies that this bill that you are presenting is only related to non-justiciable questions, and that inferior and appellate courts at the state will continue to have subject matter jurisdiction as it relates to state or federal constitutional provisions. This is exactly in line with what the court in Mayhew v. Wilder said. The Tennessee Court of Appeals opined that generally under Article 2, Section 12, each chamber has a right to make its own rules and is the sole judge of its rules, but caution that even the broad power of the legislature is always limited by the Constitution of the United States and of the state of Tennessee, explaining that the power is derived from the Constitution and we must be subordinate to it. Let's look at Mayhew, which was a court case about whether or not this House could have closed sessions or not. That power is derived from the Constitution, the ability to make rules as it relates to this House. What this bill is seeking to do is not just be unconstitutional, but anti-constitutional by putting the House outside of the purview of the courts. Thus, we as legislators and everybody in our constituency would lose power to have access to Tennessee courts if their constitutional rights are being abridged. And so for that reason, I move adoption.
Representative Pearson moves adoption of amendment number 2, probably seconded. Representative Bolso, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, our Constitution, specifically Article 2, Section 12, provides that each House may determine the rules of its proceedings. Our Constitution specifically vests the House and the Senate with the ability and the authority and the power to determine their own rules. For that reason, I request that you vote no on this amendment.
Representative Travis, you're recognized.